everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Motorsport Manager in what is the penultimate race of the season. It's round 13. We are back in another European race. It's Portugal, it's Tondela, and Sundin is fighting off the late charging Vidal as he's on 3 wins in a row. Chariot Motor Group closing. Can Sundin hang on to the lead in the championships? Potter made a decision. He's ummed and ahed about it, but he hasn't changed his mind. He will be doing a bit of jiggery pokery in terms of the car setups. So here's how it's going to go down, my friends. Here's how it's going to go down. First of all, we're going to fix our car because it's not fixed yet. I'm wondering why all the percentages are so low. Another day should do. Car repair finished. Lovely. Good. Right then. Let's fit these damn parts, shall we? Okay, so Sundin is the purple car, and as per Potter's musings, he's going to be giving her the best parts, because if she has the best chance to win a race, that will maximise our chances of A, winning the Drivers' Championship with Sundin, and B, winning the Constructors' Championship. Because if we pick up 10 points, the most our opposition can pick up is 12, which will not be enough to staunch the flow. So, yes, she will get the best brakes. The engines don't matter. She will get the best front wing. She will get the best gearbox. The best rear wing. The best suspension. And poor old Valdez, our loyal servant, 2-time winner of the European Racing Series, will get the dregs. Now, I was almost contemplating giving him a risky part, but I won't risk it because if it gets banned, it hampers our performance going forward if we stay in the same league, which is another question, of course. So he will get that, and that, and that. 462. I mean, that is not too bad, is it? We'd have to improve it. This is 463. This is 525. This is 524. Of course, he's unhappy because he doesn't have the best, or at least an equal car. Sundin will be ecstatic because she has damn good parts. Right, as we look to the performance, increasing the performance of all of those parts, and of that one, 7 days after the race they will be done, and that shall be as it is. Right then, so we'll power on. We shall power on to the race weekend, where it is predicted there could be rain. It didn't help us in the last race so much, but maybe in this one we might fare a bit better. Possibly, maybe. What have we got here? Gearbox, front wing and engine. I mean, we're not going to make much inroads, are we? But there you go. We have a sponsorship deal available. Velocity, max velocity, 1 million upfront payment and 800,000 per race. It's a no-brainer. Give me the money. Now that does help us massively. Our sponsor in this slot for the past few races must have been nowhere near as good as this one, because we're usually losing, without bonuses, 1.3 million per race. With this new sponsor, we're now only losing 532,900 per race. Massive difference. Massive difference. With our sponsorship deal, our bonus payment, we might make a decent profit for the last couple of races, which is exactly what we need moving forwards. Especially if we get promoted. We're going to need every last penny. And this is going to be a question that I have to mull over. Maybe with the help of one or two people. We shall have to see what happens. Right, okay. So the car performance is getting worked on. It's getting worked on. 10 days till the race. 10 days till Tondela. Factory distractions. Exactly what we need when we're trying to close in on the championships. A distraction. Sundin is constantly on her phone. Maybe she's just trying to de-stress. All this pressure building, she's just trying to chill out. Maybe she's just watching a couple of my videos on YouTube, just wanting to chill out. You know what I mean? Let her crack on with it. Cannot... just let her do her own thing. She's a consummate professional. I'm sure whatever she's doing, it's going to benefit us in the long run. So go away. Wind tunnel. Somebody wants a wind tunnel. You again? Reginald? Just leave me alone, please. You keep bugging me at the wrong time. You think I'm going to fork out millions of pounds on a wind tunnel right now? And who's been drifting? Sundin's been drifting. Cornering and marketability. Oh, maybe she was booking herself onto a drifting course on her phone. That's what she was doing. Getting a little bit of extra cornering ability, trying her best to maximise every edge that she can get to win this championship. Not only for herself, but for the team. I love her style. And she's Swedish. I mean, these Scandinavians are great at rally driving and drifting. You know what I mean? So she's probably flown back home, done some drifting in the snow, come back here. She's feeling refreshed and ready to wrap up this title. Right, clear practice, but heavy rain in the race and in qualifying. Fingers crossed that we might be able to get our strategy right. Fingers crossed that the parts that we have given Sundin are going to elevate her to above Vidal's levels. It's going to take some doing because he is really on the move, but we're going to try our best. One last look at the car before we dive in. Overall, we're in 6th position overall. Parts are getting better and better as we progress. Yeah, I mean the performance levels are almost maxed out now, so we're happy. We're happy. We're definitely happy. We'll be happy when the race is done and dusted. Let's hope so. As per usual, join me in qualifying. It looks like it might be a one-stopper. Righty-ho, so we are done and dusted with another practice session. And the times, again, irrelevant. But Sundin only getting a time 0.2 seconds faster than Valdez, which is kind of strange considering she has the best parts now, and Valdez usually is more than that behind her. When they had even cars, maybe Valdez has got something to prove. You see, the thing is, Potter hasn't told Valdez that he's switched the car parts around, so Valdez is rather unassuming, shall we say. So qualifying and the race both expected to see rain. It's starting off dry, which means we better get an early lap in. How early depends on how quickly it's going to start to rain. Around about halfway in the session. Which means that we don't want to go out super duper early, because we want to get out just on our hot lap as it's raining. But I think if we go out as early as possible, we might be able to squeeze 2 hot laps in. So I think we'll go out very quickly, as per usual, and see if we can get 2 hot laps in. It might be not possible, but we'll certainly give it a try. So we've got the tyres for it, so we'll certainly try our very best to get 2 hot laps in here. Because if we go out first, then we're not getting the best track conditions. But if we go out too late, we risk getting stuck in traffic and having a slow time. So I think we'll just go out as soon as possible, get our banker lap in, and then we'll try and immediately go out and get a second lap in before the rain comes. It's touch and go whether we'll get the second hot lap in before the rain does indeed come, but we're certainly going to try. We've got to do it in 5 minutes. Now it's about 1 minute 30 for a lap, so that makes me wonder, yeah, it's not possible. Perhaps we should have gone out after 3 minutes had passed rather than straight away. But I didn't want to risk getting stuck in traffic. At least if we go out straight away, we possibly get 2 hot laps in. Possibly. This could be a mistake. Everybody pretty much is going to do at least 1 lap on the dry track, so this is not really benefiting us at all, this rain. Everybody's going to get a dry lap in. Unless they're really foolish. Right, Sundin is going out and she is going to encounter traffic, I think. Valdez is right in the mire as well. Absolutely what you need when you're on your one and only hot lap, isn't it? Although the car ahead of Sundin is actually a chariot car, so he's actually speeding off into the distance, funnily enough, which is absolutely fine with us. Just don't get in our way, that's all we ask. Now if this rain could come a little bit quicker, we'd be certainly grateful. Whilst they're on their hot laps, it would be marvellous. So, oh, and Sundin is... Don't let him pass, he's going to slow you down. Valdez is 4/10 down on Sundin's time. I think... Uh-oh. Somebody's setting a faster time than us. A considerably faster time than us. Sundin sets a 1:32.2. That will be beaten. Valdez 7/10 slower, which is to be expected considering that he has got a worse car as he tumbles down the leaderboard. This is not a good enough time. He needs to improve his time. The rain is coming. He's not going to improve his time. There are some people that are going to get rained on but not quick enough. Sundin in 4th. The funny thing is, Vidal hasn't set a time. He is on a stormer though, but the rain is coming down and it's just dampening the track, and Fiore just go faster. But what about Vidal? What about Vidal? Where's it? Vidal does go faster even though the rain is coming. Oh dear. Valdez is in 14th. No opportunities to go out again as the rain is coming. So Sundin qualifies 7th, which is where she usually qualifies. Valdez round about the same, usually qualifying in the midfield. So nothing much has changed. Vidal and Fiore 1 and 2 are locked out by the Chariot group, which is kind of ominous for us. Kind of ominous. We need Vidal to have a nightmare of a race. We really, really do. I don't know why people bother going out again, unless they're trying to just get some experience on the wetter tyres, maybe. Who knows? You're not going to improve your time, so it's just kind of a pointless exercise, really. Six-tenths slower. Should we have gone out a little bit later? Should we have gone out after a couple of minutes? I think possibly. I mean, the track wasn't going to get much grippier, to be fair. Would we have gone much quicker? Maybe 2/10, which would put us round about here, possibly. It doesn't matter. It's all about race day. It's all about the race. That is exactly what it's all about. This has been the theme of the season. We have never qualified as well as the other cars, and we shouldn't do. I mean, we have the 6th best car, don't forget. We're not up there in the top 3, the top 2 cars, we shouldn't be qualifying as high as 7th, to be quite honest with you, but we are doing. So this is nothing out of the ordinary for us. No need to panic. One of the, I say this now and it won't happen, but one of the Chariot Motor Group cars may make a slip up or two. I don't think they've had they might have had one, two this season. I'll have to double check, but they haven't had many. They haven't really taken a clean sweep in a race yet. So Molly Fox is up there. It doesn't matter. The only 2 left in this championship race realistically are Sundin and Vidal. Sundin is 7th and Vidal is 1st. More importantly for the constructors is that Chariot have a 1-2 lockout of the front row. We need something to happen here. Oh, no. We don't need this. We don't need glorious sunshine. We need rain to hit this. Oh, rain is hitting this track literally round about lap 2. The question is, do we start on dries and try to... No, we can't start on dries. There's just no chance. If it was raining, if it started raining around about lap 3, I'd have advocated starting on dries and then pitting for inters and building up a gap on the first lap or 2. But this really is not going to be good enough. We would have to build in 2 laps about a 24-second lead. That is just not going to happen. We have to start on inters. We have to start. Oh my god. The game is putting us on the soft tyre. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Is it... How long do these last? These last for 9 to 11 laps. The rain is probably going to last round to... Oh, this is so tough. This is so tough. See, the thing is, if we put the tyres on now, we're going to burn through them really quickly because it is... because it's not damp. It's not weather that is conducive to intermediate tyres. So we're going to burn through them, which means they're probably going to only do around about 7 or 8 laps, which is round about, I can't point to it, but round about where this current graph ends that we can see. And we're going to have to pit for intermediates again. But what if the track dries round about lap 10, we're going to be in intermediates for 3 laps. Before we have to then come in for dries again. So if we go on dries now for 3 laps, then go on inters when the track is ready for inters, we could do 1 set of inters right until the rain stops. But the question is, do we know it's going to stop raining? It might rain, it might slow down a bit and then rain again. I think we're going to play this safe here, and for me the safest thing is to start off on intermediate tyres. There's no way you can get a pit stop ahead on the dry tyres. So we don't know why they're asking us to start. We're going to go for as long as we can, which on these tyres I would suggest it's probably going to be 7 laps. So we'll give Sundin the longer stop. No, we won't. We'll give her 6 laps. We'll give her 6 laps on these tyres before coming into pit. No, we won't. We'll give her... This is tough. This is so tough. I need to... Okay, we'll take the risk. We'll give her a lighter fuel load and we'll give her 6 laps of fuel. Then she would come in for a second set of inters. Valdez will go a little bit longer. Oops, what am I doing here? Valdez will go a little bit longer. He will go 7 laps. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely... And there's no point of pushing because, I mean, the tyres are going to be completely wrong for the dry circuits. We don't want to burn through them if we can help it. Right, so both cars are starting on inters. Sundin doing 6 laps, Valdez doing 7. Yeah, that's got to be it. I'm contemplating whether to try something risky with Valdez and putting him on the dry tyres to start with to see how far I can get ahead. We need at least 3 laps to do that. We've got to start on the inters. Yep. Right. This is where things get interesting, because let's have a look at what people are starting on. We've got Vidal. Oh my golly gosh. This could be championship ending stuff for Vidal. He is going on wet weather tyres to start the race. That is completely the wrong tyre. He's screwing himself before the race has even started. All these guys are starting on softs. I still think that's a mistake, because I still think they're not going to get far ahead enough of us in 2 laps to make a pit stop and then come out again. I could be completely wrong. Because nobody else is starting. Got one more starting on wets. Nobody's starting on inters. Oh, this is going to be so interesting, this race. I'm kind of worried now, because nobody else is starting on inters. Kind of worried. Maybe they can get ahead in 2 laps. This rain has to come quick. This rain literally has to come so fast. So fast. Right, where's Vidal? Vidal shall be dropping through this field like a sack of potatoes, surely. He is still in first position on wet weather tyres. You just couldn't write the script. Sundin is still maintaining 7th place. All we need to do is just kind of keep up with the pack. Just don't fall more than 20 seconds behind, and we should be in the driving seat. Putting the engines up to full revs to compensate for the lack of tyre. Where's Vidal? Vidal is 12th. He's slipping, he's dropping. Of course, he will come into play when the track starts to get wet, but we have to build a gap, because the track is only going to be wet weather for literally about a couple of laps. He's gone on the wrong tyre completely, completely on the wrong tyre. We are slipping. They have gained 10 seconds in 1 lap. This is quite something. Maybe we should have started on the dry tyre. This rain is not coming anywhere near fast enough. We're burning through the tyres. The temperatures of the tyres are low. We need the rain to come. Have we made a boob? Has Potter made another boob here? Come on, rain. Come on, rain. And as I suspected, the track is getting dry round about lap 9. This is bad news for us. We need these tyres to last, and they're not going to last because we've burned them out. The track is drying. And now we should start. People are pitting, you see. Now they're pitting for inters, and we are already on inters, so we have the edge. And now the people that are on dry tyres, they're on the wrong tyre. But the frightening thing is, we're only just coming out ahead of these guys, so they can come in for a pit and get out ahead of us quite happily. Right, Vidal has actually pitted for inters from his wets. He's out of the race. Fiore's in 4th. Even though we're struggling here, the championship is still looking good for us, because our nearest rivals have absolutely shot themselves in the foot. Well, what is going to happen? Are people coming into pit? These guys aren't coming into pit, and we're not gaining very quickly on them either. To say they're on the dry tyre, we're not gaining quick enough. These guys can pit for their inters very shortly, and they can make those inters last until the track dries again. We're going to have to pit for our inters, another set of inters, so we're not actually much better off at this moment in time. And rather ironically, Valdez is ahead of Sundin here, despite the fact that he's got a worse car. We are now beginning to see our tyres coming to their own. Valdez now in 6th, Sunding up into 7th. The dry tyres are beginning to drop off, and the leading cars are still not. Oh, they are. They're just about coming into the pits now, the leading cars. Right at the right time for them, thankfully. We are now 1st and 2nd. They've crashed into each other! No, you idiots! I can't believe it! I think Valdez has done this on purpose! I think he's done it on purpose! He's taken Sundin out of the championship race! I'm sure you... Oh no! No, he's done it on purpose, I'm telling you! He's done it on purpose! Valdez has just literally smashed into the back of Sundin. Or was it the other way around? No, I think Sundin was behind Valdez. How has this happened? Oh, I don't believe it. Right, lap 12. Let's go to lap 12. What lap are we on now? 5, 7 laps of fuel. Let's go 8 laps of fuel here. I do not believe what I've seen. I don't believe what I'm seeing. I do not believe what I am seeing here. Yeah. Oh, if they get a penalty now, if somebody gets a drive-through penalty on top of this, it's race over. It is race over. I don't think they're getting a penalty. Whose fault was it? Racing incident, perhaps? Oh my gosh. I do not believe it. I do not believe it. They were pitting very soon anyway, so the only time we're losing is the time that we're having to drive around without a front wing on, which is considerable. Vidal is up to 10th somehow. And we're going to have to stack. Valdez is going to be right behind Sundin for a long time. I don't believe it. I seriously do not believe what I am seeing here. If there's one thing you do not do, you do not crash into your teammate. It is a cardinal sin. An absolute cardinal sin to smash into your teammate. The race is over. This race is done. I mean, we weren't looking absolutely spiffing marvellous for race victory. We had to pit again, don't forget. But we were certainly good for some points. Shut up moaning. We have to push now. We really do have to push. How far behind are we? We're miles behind. Absolutely miles. There's no way on earth we're going to pull this out of the bag. Surely to God. I don't believe it. I mean, some of the people on wet tyres may start to drop off as the track starts to dry. That might be a slight saving grace, but there's not a lot of cars on wet weather tyres. Right, the rain is just beginning to slow down now. So let's see what happens. Some people are coming on to dry tyres a little bit earlier than I think they should be doing. Maybe, just maybe, we might still have a chance as strategies start to go a little bit haywire. There's still a good few laps worth. There's still a few good laps of damp weather conditions here. So Vidal is completely the wrong tyre. I think, I don't know what Vidal's strategists are up to today, but they have completely and utterly thrown his championship in the bin, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I know we're not doing much better, but he's just had a nightmare. Wet tyres on a dry track at the start, that was only ever going to get damp. And now dry tyres on a track. I don't know why the game is lagging so much. Dry tyres on a track that is going to be damp for some time. So Yeah, we're not making any inroads here. Not making inroads anywhere near quick enough, I'm afraid to say. The race will be dry for the foreseeable future, around about lap 10. You know, Vidal isn't actually doing too badly on the tyres there. Is he going to make it to the end of the race on those? It's a question that needs to be asked. I think we just have to go a little bit steady on the... you know what? No, we don't. No, we don't have to go steady. We are in dire straits here. And we've got a load of cars just all beginning to crumple into a heap. We might still be able to get some points by some minor miracle. Let's not count this out just yet. I mean, look at this big traffic jam. Where's Fiore? She's in second. This is very bad news for us. She's getting maximum points here almost for their team. We're getting nothing. The Drivers' Championship is not too shabby for Sunday, but the Constructors is looking horrific right now. We need Fiore to go south, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I do not think it's going to happen. I think she has this covered. Is this the deciding? Is this the way the season is going to be decided? The Constructors. Two teammates crashed into each other. Fiore is looking very good. We need Navarro to beat her. Take as many points off her as possible. Right, I think now is the time for Sundin to pit for the softs. There's going to be 6 laps after the race, so I don't know how many that'll do. We'll bring Valdez in at the same time. I mean, no we won't. We'll keep him out a lap longer. That's exactly what we'll do. Right, off we go, dear. She comes out in 14th, which it's not too bad. Just got to hope and pray as we bring Valdez in whilst we remember. As he is making a concerted push here on his in-lap. Don't know where he's going to feed out into the traffic and stuff, but we'll soon find out, as Sundin is way down in 14th, Vidal in 18th, but Fiore, she is in 3rd. She seems to be catching Navarro, so Bardo has to pit, so he's out of it. Fiore is looking good for the race victory here. He's looking really good as Valdez shoots into the pits. Sundin goes swooping past into 13th. So Valdez is out. He's got enough fuel to push to the end of the race. Sundin has to manage her fuel a little bit. Everybody seems to have pitted and is going to the end. So yeah, this is really going to be something special if she can get some points today. Where would we have finished without that crash? That is the question. Where would we have finished? I think we'd have been good. I think we'd have been good, you know. I really do think we'd have been up there pushing for a race victory. Somebody seems to be injured or out of point or out of fuel or something. Why we ended up stuck behind him, I don't know. Get out of the flipping way. Okay, so 9th position. Where's 6th? 5 seconds ahead. Is this possible? Is this possible? Can Sundin get some points? Even a solitary point. Every point is vital at this stage in the championship now. Every point is vital. Fiore is right behind Navarro. I dare not look. She is absolutely harassing the hell out of him. Spin off, love. Spin her off. Come on. Push it so hard you go flying off the damn track. That's all we need you to do. Look at that. He's opened up a 2-second gap. Go on, Navarro. Go on, son. Right, there's Sundin. Here she is. She can see the points ahead of her. She can see the points. She just has to get bloody past. Easier said than done. Looks like Sabado's past Valdez. Come on, get past this person. He's on slower tyres. He's in a slower car, I think. Possibly. We need this so badly. Come on, Sundin. Come on. Come on. It's just not happening. She can't get past. Oh, there's up to 13th. She's not getting past. She is not getting past Shah. This is frustrating. Fiore is once again on the back of Navarro. She's closing the gap, but she can't seem to pass him. Seems like it's a difficult circuit to pass on here. As we come around to start the penultimate lap. Just last out, Navarro. Just last out. 6 points is better than 10. He's doing a good job. Valdez with the fastest lap. Right at the death. Will that give us some bonus points? That's 2 points. That might just see us through, you know. Every little point helps, and Valdez has just got 2 points for the team potentially. With the fastest lap of the race. Go on, Valdez. Which means that if she only gets 6 points and doesn't win the race, they only gain on us by 4 points. Which is definitely bearable. Hey, hey, hey. As we watch Fiore trying to get past Navarro and failing very miserably. All we got to hope is that Navarro does not run out of fuel on the line. Just make it round to the finish. Come on, Navarro, that's it, just amble round, nice and steady, keep her behind you, last couple of corners, there we go, and across the line, Navarro picks up race victory. Uh-oh, where's Woodford? Where's Woodford? He's setting fastest sector times. Did he set a fastest lap? I sincerely hope not. Sundin has not even finished the race. There she goes. 9th position. Not a bad result. I beg to differ, dear. I beg to differ. A catastrophic result. I stuck up for you when you were messing around on your phone. And how do you and I give you the best parts so that you could have the best chance of winning the championship, not only for yourself but for the team. And how do you repay us? You drive right into the back of Valdez. Unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable. Did Valdez get the fastest lap? We'll have to see. Look at the strategies, the varying strategies. It's just absolute haywire. It's kind of interesting that all the lead drivers had the same strategy, going on to wets rather than inters, and then coming in for mediums. Identical strategies. How would our strategy have fared? Of inter, and then dry, without a crash, of course. We'll never know. Fiore. Illegal part, maybe? Sundin didn't get a drive-through penalty, actually. Look at this. A driver demoted 2 places for an illegal part. That's Kruger. And another one here. So Valdez is promoted up to 11th position. Sundin to 8th. And the fastest lap, right on the last lap of the race, Woodford gets it. Takes it away from Valdez, who we thought had picked up 2 valuable points for the team. I mean, talk about absolute devastation. No points. I think for the first time this season that we've got absolutely 0 points. So we look at the Drivers' Championship standings and we can see that Sundin still is 16 points clear of Vidal, 22 points clear of Fiore. There's a maximum 22 points available in the next race, 20 for the race victory in double points and 2 for a fastest lap. Barring any major catastrophes like this race, she should win this still. The more pressing issue, of course, is this. The Constructors' Championship. Phoenix Knights are 12 points clear, with a maximum of 20 and then 6, 32 available in the next race. This is definitely not over. It's going to the wire. What can we say about that race? Didn't even pick up a single bonus at all. That's definitely was the worst race of the season. And it was not, and for a change, it wasn't anything to do with Potter. It was completely and utterly to do with the drivers. Yeah. Let's have a look at the standings here. I think, yeah, that's the first time that we have not, yeah, that's the first time we've had a double no points finish. So the final race of the season is at the Black Sea, where the racers forecast rain. We've been to Black Sea many times in the past in the European Racing Series, so it's nothing new. Join me next time, folks. How is this long 14 race championship going to conclude? I don't know. All I know is it's going to be tight. Sundin, you better drive your socks off in the next race, my dear. Until next time, see you soon.